Hello art lovers! Welcome to my drawing tutorial channel. In this video, we draw the last part of this 6-part series, which is hair. You can download the original photo from the Telegram channel link I put in the description. To draw hair, first of all, I use a B6 pencil and specify the direction of the hair strands. Make sure that you specify the direction of the hair correctly. We use this pencil to determine the degree of curvature or straightness of the hair at the beginning of the work. You can try this on a piece of paper before drawing on cardboard to be sure of the degree of curvature of the hair and the shape of the hair. After specifying the main lines and the location of the hair strands, I move on to drawing the shadows with a charcoal pencil. Make sure that the tip of the charcoal pencil is sharp. I also specify the dark parts of the work with a charcoal pencil, because in some parts of the hair, the darkness is so great that it looks completely black, and the individual hair strands are not visible. After using the charcoal pencil, I go to the hard flat brush and draw a lot of blackness with a little pencil powder. In addition, I add the dark shadows that are on the hand or face to make the hair texture better defined. Remember that the hair strands should be drawn using the double-sided thin line method. I taught you this technique in the previous videos of simple eyebrows and advanced eyebrows and simple hair, so if you are still having trouble doing this technique, go to those previous videos and practice them. Use charcoal powder for the parts that have medium grays or light grays, and we no longer use the darkness of the charcoal pencil. We add the dark hair strands one by one, and this darkness also defines the shoulder, so that the shape of the hair is completely clear. In this part, I also use the flat brush to define the darks and make the textured and feathery areas soft and even. In this part, the hair strands that I add are quite clear, so I make sure to keep the tip of my pencil sharp and work patiently and carefully. Again, after adding the dark strands, I use the flat brush to shade and create a soft texture. I check the darks again and make sure that I have added enough darkness to the work. Now, with the large flat brush, I create a gray shadow in the background and go for the bright lights. At this stage, I use the mechanical eraser and the mono zero eraser. The only difference between these two types of erasers is their size. We hold the eraser vertically and sharpen it regularly so that we can draw the thin strands. We must use the same technique of thin, double-sided lines. As you can see, in the hair section, I sometimes use a mono zero eraser, which is much finer and helps me with very thin hair strands. Note that in the parts where there is a large and bright section, you should not create a single white section, but rather draw a large number of light hair strands and create them next to each other. This way, you did not just create an empty white space or a bright space, but you drew a bunch of light hair. First, I draw the hair strands that are completely and in a bunch in the photo, and then I go to the hair strands that are individually and scattered. Considering the original photo, where the strands around the head are light, I also add light and scattered strands around the work. And again, for the parts that need to be dark and I need dark hair in the middle of the hair, I use a charcoal pencil. Some places also need some darkness, for which I use a filbert brush. And at the end of the work, I use a white charcoal pencil for the highlights and hair that are very light. Remember that the tip of the white charcoal pencil must be sharp, and you must use the thin, double-sided line technique. Try to practice this drawing twice or more to become a professional at it, so that when we move on to drawing professional portraits, you will have no problems and you will be able to draw easily. If you have any questions, you can write in the comments section so that I can answer you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Good luck, my friend.